What's up, guys? This is going to be our instant repair Corvette tutorial, otherwise known as IR for instant repair. Now this is my instant repair fleet. It only has 6 modules. Now technically it can have 7, but let's go on in here to the Corvette. Now you need to make sure, especially if you're doing this once you get Corvettes, you're most likely to have more than just Plasma Missile 1. So you need to uncheck Show Highest Level Only. So add 4 of these bad boys. And it can probably handle Plasma Missile 2, but this is just for the base setup. Now again, you want Mass Lightning 1, so don't show Highest Level Only. Now for the first tech, you want to put on Advanced Assessor Module 1 if you have it. Otherwise, just Assessor Module 1. Let me go ahead and put that there. So I can't show you the total with the shape charge because I don't have it yet. I'll show you that in a minute. So this is the build time. This is the amount of resources for 1. Now I've gone ahead and calculated this out for you. And you can always pause this video here to get this information. The bold is what you'll get first, though shape charge 1 is a ways off. So to get an entire fleet of these IR Corvettes, you need just under 1 million credits, 39,000 energy, 87,000 alloys, and 75,000 synthetics. Alright, so it's actually not that expensive. Now, for the shape charge, that is a guided tech. Now, I don't have it yet, obviously, but I do have advanced shape charge. It's just locked because I don't have the prerequisites. So for this, we can go in here and see, okay, so I need shape charge 1. Well, for shape charge 1, you need antimatter torpedo 1, which needs weapons lab 8 and graviton bomb 2. So my weapons lab is only 6. Which, you know, then I can research Graviton Bomb 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and get that started because that's a prerequisite. And then the only thing I'll need to do is build up the resources to upgrade my weapons lab. Now, for level 7, you need 26 million credits, which is why you need to go ahead and build these IR Corvettes as soon as you can. Now, these things are able to take out a level 20 NPC base, even though they're only level 2, and I will demonstrate that now. We'll get this down there. Now while this is going, I wanted to show you guys something else. You notice the time down here is 1:50. If you go back to your base, it will actually slow down your fleet so you can do what you need to. So let's go back to the bookmark here. See, now it's still at 1:45, but if you hit it, there, it jumps down about 15 seconds there. And that'll be more dramatic the longer you stay in your base. I think that's a feature so that you can do whatever you want to do in your base and then come back to this, and you won't be sitting there for too long if you're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Now also, while that's going down, we still got another minute. When you first get in the game, you want to try to do these training missions. As you can see, I'm up on chapter 4 of the missions. But training, you want to walk through these first 6 missions just to get the basics of the game. You've got an enemy fleet that you'll destroy. It'll teach you how to repair. You'll build your first fighter. You'll upgrade your shipyard. You'll learn how to do all that. Then adding the fighter that you just built to your fleet. And then destroying a second enemy fleet. And then it'll teach you trade routes in the second mission, well, technically in chapter 1. And then upgrading command center, using the data pad icon to destroy the fleet. That's right here. Go to mission. It's much faster than coming in here and hitting there in 1 click instead of 2, half the time. So then it'll tell you to build a weapons lab. It'll give you another fleet to destroy, build a resource depot. It walks you through everything, so you need to do those missions as much as you can. Alright, we are here. I always attack from the right. There's some exceptions, like with 30s and 40s, but we'll get to those in another video. Now, I'm sure you've noticed I'm keeping the sound and everything off. You just turn those off up here in the settings. Now, these things are automatically going to attack the closest. If you come from another direction, especially the north or south, then it'll take a whole lot longer to get to the base. Alright, so once it's in range, you want to start cycling down slowly. That's 2 volleys. It should take 5 volleys. There's 3. Here comes 4. So once it's preparing to fire the 5th volley, get in real close here so you can retarget that turret. You'll take that out. Then you need to get in closer. You can attack either this barrier generator or one of these turrets. Doesn't matter which order. I like to take out these 2 turrets first while you're within their circle of not being able to attack you, because when you go up to attack these 2, they won't be able to shoot you. So here we go. This should take 2 volleys. And once it's there, you can either start moving beforehand or take out the dock first. That should take 2 volleys, give or take, and then you can take out one of these turrets. Now, I prefer to take out that one. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than usual since I've taken out the dock. I'm going to move on around here while it attacks automatically. If you get too close, the missiles will spread out. But then you want to take out this last turret so you don't take any more damage. And I just lost the shit, but that's okay. You can do this with 5 at this point. Just make sure you back off so your missiles actually hit things. And then as soon as possible, before the volley actually gets out, you want to retarget. There we go, just like that. That way it's already starting to point at the next one. And I'm going to go ahead and get the command center here while I move around and get this lab. Since the lab is much less beefy than the command center. There we go, that should do it. So you can move back around. And I'm going to take out this resource depot now. And that'll leave the 2 beefiest things. And less than a volley, so retarget with the right click as usual. And then move around to bring both of these things into range. Now you need to make sure that you are targeting manually and not letting the Corvettes just attack whatever they want, because they'll attack the closest thing even if it's one of these pylons. And you don't need to take out more than the 1 pylon. So I will say I think that this route that I took is less efficient than my normal route. And I just retargeted too early, so I'm going to hit 1 and have Corvette 1 finish the command center off. And it's Q to reselect all. You see it highlights a lot brighter once you have all of them selected. So now that we've got that going, we're going to view map. It'll finish it off, and this way you can make sure nobody from red or purple is stalking you, waiting to attack you as soon as this is done. Don't want to give them an easy victory against a level 2 fleet. So then you can recall immediately. And right then, if you get a blueprint, it'll give you a notice up here. If not, you'll get the pending scan. The pending scan will also be there. If you get a blueprint, it'll tell you what you get, but at a level 20 NPC base, it's not worth doing a scan. So now fleet is recalled, waiting for it to come back, and total repair time 7 minutes 38 seconds. All you have to do is remove one in this case. Each one, once it's destroyed, is 3 minutes 4 seconds. So if the entire fleet gets destroyed, like if you're going up against an NPC fleet that's, you know, way above level 22, 24 and above, then you just remove every single one like I've discussed in other videos. And, you know, within a few seconds, your fleet is ready to go again. And I no longer need this bookmark. And as you can see, I've got 2 other bookmarks in here that I'm just going to keep. They're just basic things so I can go browse the other 2 sectors. I would go ahead and, you know, anytime you're in their sector, go ahead and save a bookmark. That way you don't have to go through too much to get there. Once you've done battle, there is another way to do this. Go to your battle log, and then, like, say, king here, you can hit view base, and that'll take you to their sector. And then you can save a bookmark from there. But going back to your base, right up here, find Starbase. Alright, and that is the basics of the instant repair fleet. Once you get Hyperions, the build is exactly the same. Let me get in there just so you can see. I just got my ship lab up to 6 yesterday. And you need, once again, 26 million credits to get that bad boy. So that is why you need those IR Phoenixes, just so you can get enough resources. With doing the instant repair, you can do, you know, the NPC 20s over and over and over again, more than 20 in a day. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is these badges. You want to make sure you're checking this every so often when you unlock an achievement, because you get credit rewards along with Palladium. You can see, I mean, the second one is level 35. I got that a few days ago for Rise to Power. Then you got 21 pylons. You need to get your reactor up to level 5 for that. So that's one of the next things on my list. Completing the story missions. You've got enemy players. I mean, obviously, I've been building. I haven't done many attacks on enemy players. But an 85 base attacks. That was down around 2025 before I got the IR Corvettes 2 days ago. So that's how many I've done recently. NPC fleets is another one. Collecting resources. You'll just, I mean, the higher fleets and higher bases you can attack, the more resources you'll collect. Dishing out protection bubbles to enemy bases. Obviously, most people are bubbled. Getting the commendation ranks. You just get that as you gain experience. And then you've got the incursion fleet events and base events. We haven't had one of those yet, so I don't know if you'll be able to do 15 in a single one unless you're online for the entire event. It's possible you could even get up to the 2nd star if you're online for the entire event, but I don't know what the total will be. Alright, well, that is it for this video. Get those IR Corvettes as soon as you can, you guys.